Yeah, thank you very much. Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm very excited this afternoon to meet members of the Kenya Health Federation. And I know this is a very strategic partnership that we have. I'm here representing our Executive Director, Ms. Gino, who could not be able to come to be with us, but she has this forum at heart and very excited to be partner to the Kenya Health Federation. So my name is Harun Kiogora Mukiiri. I lead in participant engagement for Global Compact Network, which I will be enumerating a few items that you need to understand. I think out of the other speakers, I might be the only one who might be not at the core of your business as the health sector, financing and other solutions that have already been discussed here, but as part of your key collaborative item that you need to understand in the current context. I know the question of impact investing has been mentioned, and it's good to understand where are we coming from. So the UN Global Compact Initiative is an initiative under the Office of the Secretary General of the United Nations. And to implement this work effectively, we have local networks that are established across the world globally. And in Kenya here, we are privileged to have the local network. Indeed, it is the largest local network within Africa, Middle East, and we have been championing and supporting local participants here into understanding the inspiration that is driven through the initiative as it is. Currently, we have over 270 members that have signed to the initiative. I know I'll be calling a few names who are members here because they have already signed up to the initiative, which we are very excited. We have a further over 700 companies that have signed up to the Code of Ethics initiative, which is again an initiative that is meant to operationalize and support organizations to implement the 10th principle of United Nations Global Compact. As it is, our work is really anchored on 4 issue areas of human rights, labor, environment, and anti-corruption. I know when you are dealing with the regulatory landscape, you will have to argument or to interact with those elements along your way of satisfying regulatory requirement from your hand. But just to mention is that also we have a very unique positioning because this is a private sector initiative within the UN system, which helps us now relate with the business very easily and understand what they need to do so that they can master this concept of environmental and social governance that is very material and crucial at this point in time. I alluded to the fact that it's good to mention that for those that have not heard about the initiative, you have your counterparts in the health sector here who are members, the likes of MedSource, the likes of the hosting organization here, the Kenya Health Federation, who have signed up to the initiative. We have Ihar Healthy, we have Ihar Hospital, we have Africa Biosystems, Gertrude, BOC, AMREF Africa, Health Hex Africa, and the list is long. Over 20 plus companies that are seated here. I'm very apologetic that if I have not mentioned your name, it's not in any way to belittle your partnership with us and your participating with us. But in the interest of time, it's good now probably to run through those names as it is. But why is it important? It's good to understand access. And I know the lead from the ministry has talked about the access to health care. Access to health care is very fundamental to the society. It's a factor that can be able to grow countries' reach or even impoverish them to more poverty. So it's good to understand that all partners need to address this complex issue within their strength, and they collaborate so that they can be able to deliver greater value for the population. It's also important to note that within the landscape, there are various inequalities around the health sector, whereby you see there is a crisis that comes around access of health sector as it is. And when you look at also the business leaders, of which I believe you represent within the health sector, they need to commit to access to health sector and promote a new thinking and a comprehensive approach really into involving all stakeholders within the health sector. And UN Global Compact works through thought leadership, works through action platform, and within the health sector we have a working group, and we have coined in 5 guiding principles that we believe are very crucial to access of health care. And these are, one is collaboration. For sure, handling this complex issue, very weighty issue, very costly issue as healthy, you cannot do it alone. And that's why collaboration is very important, so that everybody brings their strength, and then you can be able to solve this challenge in a very systematic way. There is need for research and development within the health sector, and there is need also for availability. It's one thing to have the healthy sector or even a solution, but to access it is very crucial. So we are saying that the value of any patient or solution that is there is really on its accessibility. And then the 4th point is health systems resources need to be strengthened at local level. And the 5th one is that, healthy as it is a human right issue. So you need to respect the human right as a foundational element within your business. But now, how can you be able to scale up action around this? Ethics, I know most of us here in this country, they understand what corruption can do. And even some of your institutions, they might not be at the stellar level because of the corrupt roadblocks that you might have experienced in the past. So our 10th principle, which is 1, it talks about companies working against all corruption in all its forms. It might be the last, but it is not the least, because as you are aware, in this country, we know that for sure this is an endemic issue. It affects our business if we are willing or not. So we must again be keen to address it consciously and taking actions as appropriate. So, but sometimes you might not be able to do it alone. And that's why we need to have an ecosystem, and that is what UN Global Compact provides, to have a platform where you can be able to learn, get materials, get frameworks, get tools, get necessary a place of starting point to build on this. And also, what can business do is that it's good to have your policies, internal policies in place, as basic as they can get. That is to inspire action. Because if you don't have your internal policies, it's very difficult from the blues to take action. Also, for those that are participating within UN Global Compact, we really value accountability. And accountability comes through any form of disclosure. I know, as you might reference to the Kenya Health Federation here, they must report to their members timely, and that way you grow traction towards the federation. And so at the global level, with over 16,000 companies participating, and all of them publishing their continuous, communication on progress report, and also disclosing what they are doing on ethical issues, that gives you us a positioning, a positioning that will create a peer system that can be able to encourage each one of us to take, action. And here in Kenya, we have the Code of Ethics. It's a easy platform. I know we'll be able to provide our contact after this. You can be able to write to us, and we guide you very easily on how to sign up to that initiative, which provides you a way of committing your company to operate in an ethical manner. And this is a business initiative that is spearheaded again by Global Compact Network, Kenya Association of Manufacturers, and KEPSA, and I can see they are also represented here. So the reason as to why we are discussing sustainability is cross-cutting. It talks about financial sustainability, but more so the non-financial element of sustainability, which is the ESG, the environmental and social governance issues, are very crucial, because that is where you see the likes of IFC coming, the likes of other impact investors getting attracted to you. And when you are signed up to this initiative, you have a better position to talk about your intentions and willingness to really practice sustainability. So this is a way to really create a fit-for-purpose institution, because again, we can say emphatically that you cannot really excel in a failing world. So you must map the things that are pushing us further down and then take actions on them. Now, with all this kind of probably talk, what is it that we offer so that we can be able to take action? One is that we give you a platform whereby you can be able to learn and understand. I know environmental and social governance topic, it's not very clear to all of us, but in this platform, you are able to get best in class kind of learnings at global level, regional level, and local level. Also, it's a good place where when you share, like I have seen a number of testimonials here, you can have a platform to showcase at global level, and then everybody will be listening to you. And more so, even when you publish your report, that is a report that is accessible at global level again. And it is accessible to all stakeholders. It's a public document. So if you want to tell your story, this is the place where you can just, coin down your story in a very elaborate manner, and you position it for the global haptic. And this has been so for over 20 years. Finding this institution established in the year 2000 by Kofi Annan, His Excellency Kofi Annan, and now to the then Secretary General of United Nations, and it is going on. It's a very crucial element. And finally, you are aware that Sando Jiambo, who is ending the institution, one of our own, has been even promoted to the stature of Assistant Secretary General, so that means how crucial this initiative is within the UN system. But what do you need to do so that you can join? It's very simple. This is a leadership initiative. You just require to have the highest level commitment through signing, a commitment letter to the Secretary General of the United Nations. And into it, there is an accountability clause to say that, yes, we will report on an annual basis. And then from there, the rest will be on our part to guide you on how to navigate through this time. And I believe I have communicated clearly what we can do and what we are doing for you. Thank you very much for your attention.